I'm so nervous, to be honest.
See, he wants to give it all to him. Like, you know what? The bread is all yours. It's out of my hands. I can't worry about it.
I mean, I prefer just, all right, give me what I want, but it's okay. But no, that's not okay.
You weren't on your time. You were like, you know what? Here you go, right here.
I'll learn that lesson next time. Don't worry about it.
What challenges do you think you might have with doing accomplishing that goal of trust this year?
Well, one of the biggest things this year is I'm applying to medical school. I'm about to graduate
huge.
from college
Yay!
in a couple months.
Look at him.
Yeah, so I applied to like over 20 schools over this past year, and since August, and we've been waiting with all my patience and all my trust to find out some information. Gotten a lot of no's, but we've gotten some possibilities. We're on some wait lists.
Look at you.
I just wish the wait list would
now you're doing too
not
much.
make you wait. I just wish that would be nice, but you just gotta trust. You gotta trust that things are gonna work out. So hopefully I can tell you that I'll be a doctor. So that's exciting for me.
You will. What type of doctor?
So I'm really interested in pediatric neurology, actually. So I have been found out I was diagnosed with epilepsy my first year of college, and ever since then I've had so much struggle since high school with like these weird like mini seizures almost. So I like fall downstairs because my legs would stop working, my mouth would drop in the middle of conversation, all these weird symptoms I had no explanation for. And once I found out this diagnosis, I was like, wow, everything makes sense. I could finally get the treatment I needed, the social treatment I needed, and I recognize other kids are going through the same thing. And so now I, as a physician, want to like use my knowledge of neurological disorders to help others. So
Look at you.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm proud of you.
no.
Look at you. You growing up.
I mean, that sounds fancy, but like we'll see.
It's pretty fancy.
It is.
It's pretty fancy.
Right. So, well, that's Jared in a nutshell. So today's topic we're going to talk about is mental health. What was that? Oh, I thought you was prepared to say something. Like you had this big old statement to say.
I was just clear. I was on.
I was like, oh, what she got? She done wrote a speech.
Not today.
Jared, would you, I know you have worked with us for some years now. First you came in as an intern, then you was working with us, and he's great, you guys. I'm just so any colleges listening.
Hello.
He's the one.
Jared's going cough.
So, I know with the different tasks that we had you do around the office, have you noticed a lot of mental health with our patients with the substance abuse? I know that you're trying to be a doctor, so I know you have to study things about different mental health diagnoses and stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of the both the counselors and the main physician really emphasize the mental health of their patients, knowing that it's not just giving a patient a medication and think everything is going to work. Like, no, you have to find out, their family history, their past history of themselves, their environment where they grew up in. All these things affect your mental health, how well you're emotionally thinking, how well you feel as a person, and those things will affect whether you'll be triggered in certain situations to go back to the place you were a year ago, and may affect your process and your journey within the practice.
He is giving these good answers like he is applying to college.
I gotta sound fancy. You gotta. Yeah, but that's thanks to you, Nisha, for giving me that insight, honestly, into those experiences. Is something I would never have noticed until meeting those people in the first place. So, yeah.
I have a question. Going back, you said social therapy.
Oh, yes.
What?
Yes.
What is that?
Social therapy. So, basically, social therapy is basically like using different avenues and different social environments to recognize, okay, where are the situations where I might falter for my addiction. So am I around a certain person that might trigger my response? Is this person not good for me? Is this person affecting me, my mental health negatively? And what can I do to change the situation? Oftentimes you can combine that with like art therapy, and stuff like that, drama therapy, where you can reenact that situation and see, okay, what is the best response for me to have? What do I usually want to do? Do I usually want to use a substance, or what can I use to replace that use? Maybe I can go for a walk. Maybe I can read my favorite book. Maybe I can pray. Maybe there's something else for that individual person to really think, how can I evolve from that situation? And that really is something you have to maintain and practice. And I notice a lot of the counselors really work with each patient to identify what they can use to have that positive thoughts, have that positive energy, and to keep maintaining their goal despite this trigger. So.
Okay, thank you. Why? What are you looking at me for? I was trying to, cause I had an idea, but I was like, I don't know exactly. So I was like, thank you for explaining. So, but I mean, it's interesting because everybody wants to rely on a medication to solve your problems. And we're like, just because you're taking this medication doesn't mean that you're cured.
Right.
So you have to be active. You have to do stuff.
You have to engage in your recovery.
Float through and like, because I'm like, we're all like, give it to God, right? But God is not going to take care of it if you're not doing stuff too.
Correct.
So you have to be active. Like, and people just want to be like, I'm just going to float on through. It's just gonna happen for me, and
that's when they become content. Like, hey, I'm good. I'm just, but you're not
right.
working your recovery
You're not
or
doing anything.
Your mental health, addressing it or whatever. It's just like, hey, this medicine's gonna work for me. No, what else are you gonna do?
Right.
Let's talk about the trauma that you experienced when you was growing up as a child or whatever, being molested or whatever it was. That medicine is, you still gotta address it and learn how to cope with it, different coping skills. So the social therapy.
Yeah, or I said drama therapy. Same thing.
Yeah.
Everything is the same, but yeah, that's definitely something that I've learned to apply. I've usually applied it to working with children, because they have such vivid imagination. Like honestly, I wish I could still think as a child, and honestly, a child's imagination helps them be whatever they want to be and have no limits. And it's hard to maintain that as an adult because wow, I feel like there's so many limitations against me. Like, how can I accomplish this? Like, it's not possible. Whereas art therapy eliminates those barriers. It's like you can be whatever you want to be, no judgment, and experience positivity and experience a way for you to just see the best possible solution. And working with kids who are under certain disorders, they may not know what it's like to have a true social interaction with somebody, and just interacting with people and knowing how to build those social skills, how to build those relationships, makes them feel so much more normal and comfortable in the world. Especially kids with on the autism spectrum. You know, I work with my nephew who has autism, and just like working with him, seeing him interact with others is beautiful, because if you initially, when you look at someone with the disorder, you think, how can I ever relate to them? There's nothing I feel like I have in common with them, where you'd be surprised that you do after you go through this therapy, after you go through this situation, and recognizing those different social skills, those social cues, those environments. And in terms of the context of the practice, it can be applied in terms of like, again, what is the best situation for me? What is the most fruitful situation for me to, maintain this goal, maintain this process? And even when I come against this certain situation, how will I overcome it? That way I don't necessarily have to rely so much on this medication. I can rely on my own mental ability, my own strength, to overcome the situation. Because medication can't cure family drama, like we said. Medication can't cure abuse, unhealthy relationship with your partner, struggle with your kids, struggle at school, homelessness. You can't like, here you go. Like, no, that's not possible.
It's the magic pill.
Right.
Yeah, that's not
Life is so
possible.
much better now.
Oh my God, wow, woohoo. Like, no, obviously, there's so much more that you need to do to address those situations. And, people may not recognize this as drama therapy, but we do it a lot of time. And I see that a lot at the practice. Just, a lot of the counselors just be like, taking that, looking at the patient, looking directly at their history, and coming up with a scenario for them to figure out, okay, what would I do in this scenario? And then it's not only just thinking about it, but actually applying it. And then I find out people coming back, when they come back to me while I'm doing their vitals, like at the patient, they're like, oh, Jared, you have no idea. I was really tempted to do this last week, but I didn't. And
that makes you
it's
feel so
wonderful."
good.
And then, yeah, it's like, wow, I'm so glad that you weren't in that situation to be like, I just went on my first date in forever, and it's with somebody that's really helpful for me and not toxic for me. Oh my gosh, it's just so funny, and just to see like their improvement, you know, over time, coming to where they came from and where they're today, it's just amazing. Just to know that you can have a difference for somebody. And that just feels so good, and just knows that the work that the counselors and the physician that are working there are really making a difference. And that makes me feel good and me inspired to pursue my own goals. So.
And it's not just the clinicians or the providers. I think it's a whole team.
Yes.
From whenever you greet them at the front door or whatever, when you like, hey, let me get your name, number to sign in and stuff like that or whatever. It all starts from, or that initial phone call.
Yeah.
That's where it starts from. So whoever picking up that phone and they feel welcome and stuff, and then like, okay, well, I can open up to them, and I'm not feeling judged or anything like that. But let's take a commercial. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Jared, we're gonna. When we come back, Jared, we're gonna talk more because you keep on talking about what is it? Dang, my mind went blank. We're gonna talk more about your acting skills. My mind went blank. We'll be back.
Thanks.
Okay, it's hot.
No.
You hot?
Is that good?
Yeah, you did great. Jared got us
Jared
stay
first of
here
all, don't
burning
be
up.
talking about going on a break and he's sitting over here.
What's wrong?
Said, when she talking about you go on break and you over here.
No, I'm ready.
Oh, you ready?
You saw me.
Oh, okay. Well, next
Flew
time
up,
I'll be
flew
like, you
over
gonna
there.
be outside.
I might be now.
I'll be like, we going on break.
For this little piece, and I'm mad about that.
Go back and look in the trash can.
What trash can were you in?
Hold up,
there.
first off,
Right
don't
where
listen to
the
her.
homeless people speak.
I went in no trash can. I looked in there.
It's
Peeked
bit
my
all
head
in
over
there. He
there.
was all in. I'm like, what is he? Is he vomiting? Is this COVID? Like, what is it?
Really?
I didn't know.
That's what we're doing today?
I don't know. I'm not judging.
Definitely are. I definitely feel judgment.
Literally, your career practice is my like essay. So, thank you. Like, literally, like that's what I wrote about when I applied to colleges and interview people, and I'm like, it really definitely impacted my goal to be in a position. So, just like, you know, just like there's this person that just really throws me in these situations that I wasn't expecting, but she really introduced me to like these. Like thing I never thought I would be, and these types of people really.
Oh, it's still recording there. The video, the volume. No, it doesn't.
Not my business. I'm just sitting over here, not my business. Get my little bubble. Oh, the article when it was talking about the THC pain pills, how
Anxiety.
and also
schizophrenia.
Yeah,
I told you.
I
I
know.
sent you a whole article.
I know. I
about
was
it.
looking for it yesterday.
Didn't I email to you?
Oh, you might have emailed because I was looking at my text message. I was looking at group messages and everything. Because I remember saying it, but I was like, because I was trying to tell her about it yesterday. Sweetie on the couch since Derek's not gonna introduce us.
Hey, how are y'all?
Good.
Kia,
Yes, I'm
this is
Sophia.
I forgot
Nisha.
the show was in here.
Nisha and Tiffany.
That's
Tiffany's
Nisha. I'm
on
Tiffany.
the left, and no, Tiffany's on your left, and Nisha's on your right. And this is Jared.
I'm Nisha. He's gonna mess it all up.
Look, don't start on the
Since you're not gonna introduce us. How are you?
I'm doing
Are you an
good.
intern?
What am I doing? I guess,
We're studying. She's
yeah,
studying.
we're studying. Yeah, we're
She's
in
studying
creative
doing the
process.
show.
So-
You say you
What is your
studying.
creative process?
Yeah, let me.
Well, I mean, I'm starting it. So basically, I'm just trying to get like y'all already started. I'm trying to get my format and
Started what?
Oh, what you do? Are you gonna do a podcast?
Yeah, sort of.
Oh, well, don't take notes from us,
Oh,
honey.
wait, what you do?
I don't know why Derek tell you come here.
I'm over here multitasking. I gotta be multitasking on Clubhouse, paying attention.
Oh. What is your show gonna be about?
I want to do like an interview type vibe for like our female artists
Mm-hmm.
and basically give them a voice because I feel like they're not really heard before people have a perception about them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna start there. But I do nails too, so I want to kind of put beauty in it.
Oh, where you do nails at?
Right up the street, actually.
What?
It's like a little house suite type thing. It's right up the street off of Is that McKay?
You ain't know
The
where
street
you
is
at?
Blandwood though. And
Oh, with the big house.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in the big house?
It's brick, all brick.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm
Okay.
upstairs.
So it's just little suites in there.
Mm-hmm. Like they have like little rooms, and I guess the ladies just rent them out.
So you in there by yourself or other people?
That one more
You in
time?
there by yourself? Or
I know there's ladies that do hair, and I'm upstairs and I do nails.
Okay.
And there's a healer in there, and she's
A healer?
Yeah, she's like a Reiki.
Is it Chantel?
No, her name Kim,
Oh.
but they probably do the same stuff.
Are y'all online?
I am. I'm on social media.
What's her name again?
Bomb Grip.
Bomb Chris.
Yep, I do manicures too.
I'll post.
I definitely do manicures.
I know some people that are desperate to.
Get their nails
Get
done?
their
Really?
nails
Oh man.
That nails and toes looking that bad.
I be walking around with
My sister.
Ain't this live?
All right.
Let's go.
I
Sorry,
hope
Are we coming back after this?
she is. We can't.
17 seconds.
Okay, because I was like, what? He just put his sister on blast.
Right.
Delete that. Love you, sis.
No deletes over here.
Are we live?
Right.
We should have.
All right, welcome back to Restoration is a Journey. And we have our special guest here, Jared. You wave, Jared. They can't
Oh, wait.
see you.
Yes, they
Some
can.
people, like,
Like,
live, but Radio Land
They
can't
can
see him.
you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, you have to say hey to the Radio Land.
Hello.
Okay. All right, Tiffany. On the break, we was talking about the articles that you sent over to me. We was talking about mental health, and one of the articles was talking about how pain pills and THC, because a lot of people think that they can still use THC, and they don't understand how that really affects their mental health status. They think, hey, because I actually wrote down a list for one of my patients the other day, and I said, why do you use THC? Because I have bad anxiety, and I can't eat, I can't sleep, and the deal with my mama yelling, and then I feel depressed, and I'm like, well, honey,
Right. Conversely, you could be causing it by your marijuana use.
correct.
Right.
So I'm like, but in the same breath, they're like, oh, well, I don't want to be on medication with this for schizoaffective and bipolar, depression, anxiety, and they don't understand that the THC can be the cause of all this.
Yeah. And I think it's a stigma with marijuana because people are like, marijuana's not a drug, it's not bad, it's natural, blah blah blah. But no, it's not really natural. Like, it came from natural, but, I mean, you're not smoking the leaf right the ground. Like, it's a process for it to come what you're smoking.
Mm-hmm.
So once you change that.
They're like, oh, they know they're drug dealers, so it's good. It's good marijuana. Go ahead. I heard that.
So, like, I just hear,
juju, like
people
never.
Like, I was like, when people be like, but my drug dealer wouldn't give me anything bad. Well, they're giving you drugs, so they're already giving you something bad. And unless you grew it yourself, you don't know what's in it. So why? But
because it makes it, they're able to eat, they're able to sleep, they're able to socialize, and I'm like, well, sweetie, it seems like you got a lot. Does your mind race when you try to go to sleep? You have my anxiety and stuff like that. Well, sweetie, why don't we just find different coping skills to address your anxiety since you don't want to be on medication? Let's do these different coping skills. Are you incorporating that in your everyday life? No, the weed is what's helping. Nah, boo.
I mean, it's just baffling to me when people are just like, marijuana is like this God's gift. And I'm just like, but marijuana ain't really that good. Like, it's a lot of bad stuff that comes from marijuana. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know how we just negated everything bad that came from marijuana, and it's like, marijuana is just the best thing ever. It's nothing bad that can come in. But then you see all these people who are like, where they were normal, and now they have all these mental disabilities because they started smoking marijuana. It's like, and it's been proven that where you were predisposed to have a mental health condition, and then you smoked marijuana, you did some drug, and then you just manifested it basically. Mm-hmm. Like, where you could have just been, all right, well, you just gone through life fine.
Right.
But now you out here
trying to live your best life.
And so marijuana is not as good as people think. Or where people be like, I think people also forget that marijuana is worse than cigarette smoke.
Not what
yes, it is.
No, they argue up and down. Cigarette smoke is the worst. You got marijuana and you got cigarettes. Cigarettes is way up here.
Marijuana's up here too.
And they're like, marijuana it comes from the earth. Nisha is good.
I mean, tobacco comes from the earth too. So
it's funny because like people have such different opinions about like which the severity of marijuana, and that's all about the culture. Like you go to a college where I'm at, it's like, oh yeah, smoking's good. Like it's just chill. Like you can just do that and feel good about yourself. It doesn't affect you. Like ew, cigarettes. Ew, smoking.
Right.
Like, ew, but like vaping.
Right.
Or like smoking, some weed. Like, no, it's cool. But like, no, it honestly like, puts you in a mental, if you feel the need to constantly smoke in order to feel your best self, that's a problem. You feel like you're still relying on a drug.
Right.
And to make you feel better, to make you feel like this is the only way I can process throughout the day. I know people at my school who come into class high, who take who smoke right before a test or smoke right before a job interview, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
But they say they do their best whenever.
Yes, that makes.
But the thing is, they're experiencing anxiety. Mm-hmm. So instead of them coping with that anxiety, they are quote unquote coping with it is the marijuana use. So you're still using a substance just because you're not using your pain pills or your heroin or your meth or whatnot. You're still using a substance to be able to deal with life on life terms. So that's an issue.
It's interesting. I don't know if any of you guys have ever smoked or done snuff, but I remember my brother gave me some snuff when I was like 12. And first of all, it was the worst feeling of my life. And like I thought I was gonna have a panic attack. I was gonna throw up. Like my head I was just dizzy.
Some snuff?
Snuff.
Why?
And I wanted it. And so
I wanted it.
My brother, he gave it to me. So, but like, and so when people were like, they smoke to calm down, I'm like, well, naturally, smoking boosts, like it boosts your heart rate,
Mhm.
your blood pressure. So I'm confused as to how you're calm now.
And
So-
blood pressure, go back to smoking with blood pressure, it's so crazy. Like I can take my blood pressure 210 over 115 something or 130, and they're like, "Oh, it's just I just smoked. That's all it is." If that cigarette doing you like that, honey.
First of all, don't do that. Don't do that, because you and your Red Bulls. So
Hold on, pause. How we get
So,
to?
because we're
How did we
talking
get-
about something that you
Tiffany.
use, right? We're talking
Why
about something
we-
that you use.
How we get
And you know that
How did we get to? Why are we always coming
I'm
back
just
to
saying.
me? Like you
I'm just
trying to
saying.
pop my little
We gotta-
bubble. Let's not.
and we
do
working
this.
on stuff. That should have been one of your New Year's resolutions, right
Moral of
there.
the story:
So what we're
don't
not
drink
gonna-
Red Bull.
Don't
Jerry.
drink Red Bull.
Jared.
Or any energy drink, actually. But we just gonna focus on Red Bull for you. You're welcome.
Y'all go ahead with this. Over y'all. I'm crying.
But segue. Going back to marijuana though,
And you compare with marijuana. Like we're talking about drugs, and you're up here comparing to marijuana.
I mean, are we gonna forget all the stories that we heard about people
I don't
with
care
Red Bull
about
and
them.
energy drinks?
Them are not me. I'm good.
Okay.
What we're not gonna do is
we're not gonna delve into this, but you're not good. So, marijuana has been linked to schizophrenia.
Red Bull
And-
linked.
Red Bulls have been linked. Dr. Moon Treatment Center also treats
treating
Red Bull addictions. So come on
Here's
down.
our prototype right here.
No, I can't even read. I drink it too. So,
So why are you up here entertaining this foolishness? Then?
I never said it was good. I never said that.
You know,
No.
threw you out here by yourself.
And he up there doing the same thing. Go ahead with your little speech.
So, marijuana has been linked to mental health conditions, but people still say that marijuana actually reduces their symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
But how? I feel like there should be more studies on marijuana because I feel like people, I'm just confused why people don't look at marijuana as badly as they look at other drugs.
I think just like whenever pain pills first came out, everyone wasn't looking at that badly.
Well, that was different though because pain pills were being prescribed by a doctor.
But now, it's like a few states that it's been
Yeah.
prescribed by a doctor nowadays.
For
It's not-
marijuana. Because marijuana does have some medicinal purposes if you
Right.
use it correctly.
What's the correct way?
It's just so interesting hearing this.
I thought he had
because-
the correct way.
Oh, I have the correct. Yeah, of course.
I do have the right way.
No, but like,
Doctor in training, what is it?
well, so it's interesting because 50 years ago, cigarettes were used to help with mental illnesses, help with like diseases. Oh, you got a sore throat? Smoke
Cocaine
a cigarette.
was too.
Oh, you got a headache? Smoke a cigarette. And it took
Cigarette smoke
50.
give me a
You
headache.
know,
I can't hold
yeah.
it.
And 50 years later, we're like, oh, no smoking, because now we have enough people who have died from certain illnesses linking to smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have that evidence. It takes people's deaths to realize, oh wait, this is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now at this point we're at to vaping, where everyone's like, oh, that's cool, but honestly, 50 years we'll see more research and we'll realize, oh wait, this isn't good. Is this something that can come up with marijuana? Do we not have enough evidence to suggest that it's linking to enough mental disorders? We don't know, but honestly, and it might lead to the same cause. That we realize until it's too late before we can actually make some
Right.
action for that. All I know is in terms of addiction, using something as a replacement is just hiding the cause
Right.
instead of actually actively treating it. You're just using it to avoid your problems, avoid everything else, and you have to feel like you need to be in this reduced mental state in order to be happy. Why can't you use yourself to be happy?
Right.
And that's what's important.
Right. let's be clear. You can be addicted to marijuana.
Mhm.
Like, it is an actual addiction.
Just like you said, people are addicted to Red Bulls.
I mean, you are. But I thought we were past that.
No, I'm still in my feelings.
She's in her feelings. I be in my.
I'm still in my feelings here. So,
Plus, you look hard. You're addicted to Red Bull, and that's okay. We all have an addiction to something. I mean, like, let's be clear about it. Whether it's positive or negative, we're all addicted to something.
Mhm.
So, I mean, yours is just Red Bull. It's okay. You get over it.
but that's the thing. You think it's an addiction. You're not gonna do is sit up in your chair.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
I'm addicted to caramel frappes. I'll be honest. I'm a basic person. Catch me drinking them every single day in the morning. I drank it this morning.
that's why you was 10 minutes left.
I will
I
tomorrow.
didn't tell you that.
No, I did not.
That's not
No, no.
That's why
No.
he was 10 minutes late. No, it was more.
No, I have it at my house, little pre-made ones to clear. It's not affecting my abilities.
Your everyday
in
life.
my everyday life.
It's incorporated
It's
into
incorporated.
his daily life now.
There we go.
Got you.
Now I'm in my feelings.
Do you feel like you're being attacked?
No. I'm not trying to delve into my.
Right, it's not even about us.
I
Hey, you
know,
making
it's
it
not-
about us.
No.
Okay.
Dang it, Tiffany.
So are you gonna stop drinking your caramel frappuccino?
Absolutely not.
Do you see you have a problem with this?
I mean, like, I don't know. For me personally, like, coffee is just like.
You don't need it. That's what you think.
Yes.
So that's
And
that's
you're using
problem.
it to make you happy.
Correct. So, with that being said, is other things that you can do to make yourself happier or get that energy first thing in the morning.
Honestly, sleep. That's a good thing.
I know. Do you sleep?
No.
Do you get a? See, that's your problem. So now that we know that you have a problem, now it's time to address that problem. Okay. So don't look at me, Tiffany.
You're talking.
So with that being said, you have to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. You act like you don't want my advice or something.
No, I do.
So you gotta substitute that morning drink with something else. Water.
Oh, yum.
You gotta be positive. You
But
gotta
you are
change your
correct.
thought process, okay?
Yeah.
So when you change your thought process to positive, it will be positive outcomes.
I see.
So with that being said, so we're gonna try this, okay?
Okay.
You gonna try?
But by
I'm gonna
we,
try.
you meant you and him, right?
No, I'm gonna be his therapist, and I'm gonna
Oh.
help him overcome this addiction.
While she sits there and drinks her Red Bull.
Okay.
You can't question the therapist.
But let's touch back on sleep though. I think that we as adults forget that, you know, when we were children or even babies, we had a sleep routine. And
I
so
still have a sleep routine.
What's your sleep routine?
I tried, like Sunday, my friend came over late to get something to eat. And late was like at 6:45. I done sent the kids to the room. I said, y'all need to go relax. They was like, Mom, it's early. No, relax or whatever. And then by 8 o'clock, we should be asleep.
Is that your sleep routine? It's
Yeah.
terrible, first of all. Like,
So what you're not going to do is...
what do you mean?
So that's just
So
on
because
Sunday.
one-
Because I was tired and they was making too much noise. That's just on...
Wait, so you go to sleep at 8 o'clock?
I try to be in bed by 8 o'clock.
What?
Like whenever
That's like
at
old
8
lady
o'clock.
hours. That's like.
So you should try to call me old?
Do you, no, that's old lady
But
hours.
no, so you can actually, because even though you're going to bed, you're not actually going to sleep.
Yeah, I'm
And
I'm laying in my bed.
I see.
And I get text messages late at night.
That's why you need to put your phone on Do Not Disturb, because first of all,
I'm scared somebody
you
might
should,
need me.
they will be all right. So really, you should stop using your phone like 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed.
Oof.
See? And that's one of the reasons why all of us have so much trouble going to sleep, because we were just talking about falling asleep on Facebook.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out. I'll figure it out today. Don't worry about it.
Like we really should be turning our phone off like 30, not even, but just put it down. Turn your TV off. I started using the meditation music, and so I'll go to bed at like 8, 9 o'clock, and then
we're lying. Don't lie to
I
people, radio land.
Okay, not like I try to be in bed by 8 or 9 o'clock.
Okay,
but I mean that is my sleep routine to be in the bed by 8 or 9 o'clock. I mean that doesn't generally always happen, but that's my goal, is to be in bed by 8 or 9 o'clock, and then I still am on my phone the whole night, but I also wake up in the middle of the night numerous times, and I'll probably not do that if I stop my phone, just listen to my music.
I'm still gonna wake up and not even looking at my phone.
You may not, but you don't know because you've never done it.
Don't.
But we should all have a sleep routine. I guarantee you a lot of us would probably sleep a whole lot better if we had a routine.
And you wouldn't need that coffee in the morning.
You wouldn't need your Red Bull.
No, the only reason I drink the Red Bull is for the taste.
No, because
yes, it is. Because it don't give me energy. It don't. It just tricks my brain. It don't give me no type of energy. I haven't had a soda in 9 years, so I need something. Yes, 9 years clean.
Nice.
9 years clean
9 years
soda.
clean.
Yes, December made 9 years. Almost 10. No, it's not. You just hit. But yes, 9 years, no sodas. So a Red Bull just, hey, I'm tired of water and I don't drink a lot of different juices, so I only drink like a couple of type of juice. So I have a Red Bull because I know every store has Red Bull. So I have
every store has a lot of things that you can drink.
Yes, but I have bad migraines.
Free.
I have bad migraines, so I just can't be out here drinking everything, honey.
You drink pink lemonade.
I know.
Every store has that.
Not the brand that I drink. Oh my God. Some of them's too much sugar and it triggers my migraine. Okay, I know my triggers. Okay, I know my triggers. Right. So I have identified my triggers. So I'm not going to say myself.
That's not how triggers work.
So I'm not going to be up here drinking everything.
All right, well, continue to drink the Red Bull. By all means. Whatever makes you happy.
It doesn't make me happy.
Sure.
Jared said the coffee makes him happy.
It does make me happy.
He admitted it. You still over here fighting.
As soon as I leave, I want to get one.
I know you are.
Don't even worry about it.
No.
I might drink 2 today because you done pissed me off. Jared, drink all the coffee you want, okay?
Okay. But no, you're right. You're right. If I went to bed, as a student, I go to bed when that work's done.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's 10. Sometimes it's in the wee 2 in the morning. Sometimes it's an all-nighter. So hopefully
Do you wait till the last minute and do your work?
What? No.
That's the problem.
What? I'm a diligent student at medical schools.
Diligent?
At UNC Medical
Right.
I'm a diligent student.
That work get done.
It gets done. I finish it.
That's all that
Will
matters.
it be done the same morning? Yes.
But it gets done.
As long as it's quality.
As long as it's quality.
And then you
It's
get up.
It's
You
done.
get up with 3-4 cups of coffee and you're good.
Go on about your
That's how you
business.
do it.
They're like,
Crash in
oh.
the middle of the day. Whatever.
Take a midday nap. No, for real though. I would stay up till 6 in the morning trying to finish this big presentation. Give my presentation at 8 in the morning. At 10 o'clock, I'm eating my breakfast. I fell straight asleep in that cafeteria. I was asleep.
I wouldn't even eat. I'm like, let me go.
I was asleep. I was eating bacon. I went. Psh. I fell asleep into the next. I wake up. I slept at breakfast. Woke up. It's lunch. Like.
Nobody
You still in the cafeteria?
Yes, I slept in the cafeteria.
Where your friends at?
Then nobody came and was like,
No, I
is he
ate by
dead?
I did.
Like, nobody nudged you?
No, they just saw
You
me.
probably snoring. It was like, oh, he needed to
They was
sleep.
all like, this
I
is
found
normal.
I found a nice booth. Probably found a nice booth. I grabbed my jacket, wrapped it up, put it in the corner.
So you already set yourself
And
up to
it's
go to
great,
sleep.
but it's great because you sleep. You get 2 meals in one. I only pay for 1 meal. I eat breakfast.
Listen to this
I
college
sleep.
students.
No, it's real.
You're saving money for your parents.
You
Listen.
eat breakfast in the morning. You sleep good hours, and then you wake up a new meal. You could eat again lunch. Do my homework, get some time. I know people who spend the whole day there studying. Free meal.
Studying.
Three meals in one. You get breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And some quality study
And
time.
some
and a
study
peaceful
time.
nap.
Boom, you just can't leave. But,
Go to the bathroom.
you just,
Whatever.
You just can't leave. Don't leave. I mean, we haven't done it all the time. Times I have done that, that just shows you my mental health. But but moral of the story is I love coffee.
And apparently cafeteria naps.
Cafeteria naps are good. Now I would straight up just fall asleep in the cafeteria. I can fall asleep anywhere. I'm the king of that. Like I can fall asleep in a library.
Oh, she can too.
Yeah.
I'll fall asleep right now. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'll fall asleep in the car.
That's all.
I'll take a nap
time.
after this. It's too early. I'll take a nap right after this, like in the car.
Okay, well, park in a safe place.
I will park. I know that's one thing I'm bad at. Like you know what?
You just pull over and just go to sleep?
No, I used to park at rest areas.
No,
They're kinda
those
sketchy.
are not.
I know. Well, they're called rest areas for a reason. So
It's
like,
for you to use the bathroom.
I know, but those are the cleanest
restroom.
restrooms. Like, I'd rather stop at a rest area and use the restroom while I'm traveling than to stop at a gas station. It seems like those are.
you know where I sleep at really late? I sleep at a Chick-fil-A. I don't know why. It's just
Why Chick-fil-A? Ain't nobody there.
I don't know. It just feels so.
God there.
Right.
That's what it is. God there.
It feels
This is
so
fried chicken,
right.
so I know he is here.
The smell.
And then you wake up and Chick-fil-A is open.
I know. It just.
You're first in line.
Yes, it's just great. No, I'll sleep there. I love sleeping there. There's a Chick-fil-A at my school. I would sleep there in the morning, and I would wake up until it opened because it didn't open until like lunchtime, 11. That's Chick-fil-A. So I would go to class at 8, sleep in front of it, wake up. I wake up to the smell of Chick-fil-A. Like
This sounds like you're a 600-pound guy. You're not.
it's absolutely wonderful. Oh, it's such a great way to start your day. I recommend.
Your day has already started. You're in the middle
It's a great
of
way to
it.
continue your day. Don't worry. That's
So,
my
If you ever need to know where Jared is, look at Chick-fil-A.
The honest, oh my gosh, I love
Just
that.
look somewhere in vicinity of
That's
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. Someone sleeping in the car?
Somewhere.
That's me.
So, I see a lot of people sleeping in the car now at Chick-fil-A.
Right.
It's probably
safe place.
It's a safe place. Any good restaurant. I love Cookout too. But you can't sleep.
You can't sleep at Cookout.
I know you can't sleep
It's
at
too many-
Cookout.
you cannot
I
sleep
know.
at Cookout.
But it's open so late.
You
so
can't-
I know someone's always gonna be
No.
there.
And that's exactly why you shouldn't
Cookout
sleep.
I
is-
know, I
no.
know.
That's exactly
But
why
like,
you
if
shouldn't
I was
sleep
if
there.
I was like getting like attacked, like someone would see me. But
No,
then
they
again,
would
it's
attack you.
Cookout.
I What?
You know what attacking
It's
you?
not Chick-fil-A. Cookout.
No, Chick-fil-A, those people.
No, yeah, they would come help.
They would come
Cookout, they
help
might
you.
come in to attack.
Like at
My
least if they
pleasure.
at Chick-fil-A, at least if they like attack me, they'd be like my pleasure. And, like it would be a respectful like murder. Like Cookout, it wouldn't be.
It's so respectful.
I know. No, they're always respectful, and I just feel recognized at Chick-fil-A. So I feel like
You need to get some sleep, okay?
I'm so tired. I'm crazy. Moving on, addiction.
You and your caffeine, you need to start sleeping. Lordy.
Let's take a break.
Well, I'm gonna say take a break, and whenever I said it,
I mean, he said it was fine. You see how you just looked at me, right?
Lord have mercy. I guess you guys will take a break. We're back here.
I was not planning on talking about this today. Y'all talk about whatever you want.
Basically.
So with these new vaccine shots, you gotta have insurance. Or is it Damn.
The medication. And why you don't want your kids to be medicated?
What is that? Well, with medication, I believe that it's more of it works for some people. Some people
Mm-hmm.
don't. Some people with medication, they're not the same.
Right.
It's like they're numb. But with people with addiction, that's what they're looking for, is that numb factor.
Mm-hmm.
And with parents that have kids that's ADHD, they're wanting their kids to be able to focus, and that's all, but not just numb or just looking at you like they staring through you or whatever. So with that being said, I opt out of my kids taking any medication and learning to deal with it and cope with it in different ways. So I know how to, whenever we started this homeschooling stuff with COVID, I seen how my kids learned. I was able to help them a little bit more with how to learn and how different ways, and letting them take their time, but not too much time. And like yesterday, one of my son, he had a test, and I was like, okay, well, you're doing some work. Go ahead, an hour before your test, go ahead and eat your snack or whatever, eat your lunch, and then 30 minutes, just relax or whatever, just do whatever, just relax. And then when it's time for your test, he'd be better than him just taking his medicine and just like numb to the whole situation and just looking like a zombie. But they got a lot better with a lot of these medications out here. But to me personally, I don't think that it's not for my kids. It might be for other people's kids, but it's not for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they got energy. They just want to be out. And it was also one thing we was telling you yesterday. Like my youngest son, he has a whole lot of energy, so you have to challenge him. So whenever he's not challenged, whenever he's done his work, okay, well, he's ready to do whatever he needs to do. Like, he's ready to have fun or whatever. He's not going to sit up there and just sit there and be quiet while everybody else doing what they need to do. No, you should have finished when he finished. And you're not going to punish my kid because the other kids up here is going slow. They need to hurry up. But, yeah. So I just learned different ways on how to cope with, my kids learn different ways how to cope with it and how to learn, like, different strategies of learning and, hey, I need to do this a different way or whatever. Mm-hmm. So that's basically it. But also, I've seen that in that article that it was saying that kids that was untreated.
That's what I was gonna say.
So we're not gonna.
No. So this is what they're saying. So they're saying that kids who go untreated, like they don't get any medication, they don't get no counseling, like people aren't working with them. They are more likely to develop a substance abuse problem in the future because of the impulsivity of it. You know, when that's a lot of it. What leads to substance abuse is because it's impulsiveness, and so that's why they're saying that if you don't address that, then they're more impulsive as an adult, so they're more likely to use. But just because the kid is not being medicated, because like it went on to say that because a lot of people are like, well, they don't want to medicate their kid because you're giving them an addictive substance. Mm-hmm. But in reality, it goes back to you can't just rely on that medication.
Correct.
So they have to go counseling, group therapy, play therapy. Like they have to be doing stuff in combination.
Yes, and it takes everyone.
Right.
Not just the teachers. The parents have to be involved. You have to have the teachers involved because teachers know me. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
I say those teachers don't want to know you.
So, but everyone has to be involved or whatever. Do what's best for that child. So, yeah, they can take not mine, but other people can take the medicine, but they need to do other things as well. Right. And also, it's a lot of medications out there for ADHD that's addictive.
That is not, but there are medications out there that are not addictive.
Correct. But with that being said, a lot of the physicians are pushing the addictive medication on
Is it
people.
the physician or is it the parents though?
But a lot of parents just going to listen to what the doctor is telling them.
But that's a problem in and of itself though. Right. Because you're not going to just tell me what I'm going to do for my kid. Because you're a doctor. No, if you're like, your kid needs to be on blah, 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 blah. And you're like, well, why? What are the side effects? What are the long-term effects? Like, how is this going to affect my child? You're not going to just be like, they need to be on blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, oh, okay, well, since you said so.
Well, that's you, and a lot of people
That's you
don't.
too.
I know that, but I'm just saying a lot of people are not thinking like that, and they're not doing their research about different medications and stuff.
That
And
doesn't make it okay, though.
it doesn't. But that's when everyone needs to be involved, and they need to educate themselves on the different type of medications or whatever. And that was my thing. I didn't want my kids on nothing that was addictive, but also I don't want my kids on nothing that's gonna make them like zone out. Like Ritalin used to do to people or whatever. Like no, we good. Go ahead and be hyper. You're
Right.
good.
Go
Get the
outside.
energy out. Go ahead and
Go to the
run around.
bathroom,
You're good.
splash water on your face,
You're
like,
good.
Yeah.
do something.
I think it's another example too of like every person's individual and has different needs. So like a kid might need a certain medication to help them in certain situations, whereas another kid may just need a right therapy, right situation, or coping skill, like you said.
But even if they get that medication, it's other things that's incorporated into that,
Exactly.
just like the
It's
Suboxone is
holistic.
correct. So, and that's what they keep on forgetting. Hey, you have to do more than just take this medication.
Right.
Just like, say for instance, if I have diabetes, I can take metformin all day, every day.
And eat whatever you want to eat, and you think that your diabetes is going to go away. Right.
It don't work like that. You have to change your diet. You have to exercise. You got to do more. So yes, they give you this medication to help assist.
Right.
You got to put in the work. Just like when we saw about God and stuff like that, God's gift or whatever, and we expect God to fix everything. But what are we doing to assist Him?
Right.
See, look at him. Don't get me to preaching. Don't get me to preaching. Because I am about to be a Sunday school teacher.
Get your Bible out.
Right.
My pastor did say that. Don't do that. The kids Sunday school teacher.
So, there are some strategies for
But, and then also, you guys, I don't want you guys to think that, hey, well, Nisha, no, if you need to be on the medication, be on the medication by all means. But
Right.
you have to know the right dose. You cannot be like, hey, you know what, I'm not feeling anything or whatever, or I'm just going to take this or whatever. No, you have to be on the right dose. You have to be on the right medication. So a genetic testing works great, and that's that genetic testing is letting you know what works exactly for your body. Because it's like, you're tired of people being guinea pigs with your life. Just like with my migraines. People are like, oh, Nisha, you're no. I have bad migraines, but I'm tired of being a guinea pig with certain medications. Like, oh, well, try this right here. Try this. I'm tired of trying stuff. I've been trying stuff since I was 8 years old. So if I would have kept on trying stuff, I might have been addicted to something.
Could have.
But guess what? That willpower said no. God said, not today, not this child of mine. So,
Yeah. Now I just relate to that though. I have to take like 3 different medications every day of my life, like in order to treat like my illnesses. So like it took forever like to find the right like balance for me, because like I took too much, now I'm sleepy, or I took too little, now I'm it's just like it's like you have to find that balance and to know what's right for you. And I know myself don't like relying so much on medication in order to keep myself healthy. Like I run, I try to change my diet. There's just different things that I need to like
diet.
That's like there's different things that like I recognize that I can take advantage of to help in maintaining my health and that's something it's like hard to learn, hard to process, but like with active practice comes it's almost normal. So definitely something like I agree with using that holistic approach, and I think that's very important, even more than addiction, but just everyday life. So yeah.
And exercise is actually a very good natural high.
Oh yes.
I'm just saying.
Brings the euphoria.
I ain't never had
So here are some strategies for establishing and maintaining a good mental health. Keeping a positive attitude, staying physically active, helping other people, getting enough sleep, eating a healthy diet, asking for professional help with your mental health if you need it, socializing with people whom you enjoy spending time with, and forming and using effective coping skills to deal with your problems. And so one of your coping skills is Acting.
Yes.
So tell us.
Oh, look how
about
she
that.
went into that.
Right?
Look at
Segue.
Segue.
she's professional now. Look at her growing.
Oh
They're
my
gonna be
God.
like, yes, I want her, yes.
Hire me. Yes, acting. Yeah. So I'm actually a double major in neuroscience and theater at UNC Chapel Hill, and I love acting. I've been doing it since I was like 10 years old. My first role was I don't even know the name. The Pigpen, the Dusty Boy. You know, I don't know if you watched Charlie Brown, but like the Dusty Boy.
Mm-hmm.
This is Dusty Boy. I played.
You
His
went Charlie
name
Brown?
is Dusty Boy.
No, his name is Pigpen.
His name is Pigpen.
If you look at him, you'll understand. He literally looks like a cloud dust, walking
I
around
know
the
who you're
thing.
talking
You know,
about.
talk about. Well, that was my first. Yeah. But yeah, ever since then, I loved it. I think it's a great way to just express who you are and become anything I wanted to be. A lot of people told me that I have to fit a certain outlook of myself, that I had to be something of what society expected me to be, whereas theater allowed me to accomplish any goal I wanted to. I could be a doctor if I wanted to. I could be an astronaut. I could be anything. And it's just great. It's wonderful. And it encourages you to not feel limited and not feel like, to be yourself. And then I could perform in front of like my parents and then these audiences, and I felt recognized and seen instead of this little kid that
They see me out on the street.
I was
I'm
famous.
recognized.
I am famous. Yes. Oh, you're Pigpen, right? I'm like, I mean, yeah. I'll leave you an autograph. Yeah, 11 years old, living my fantasy. But no, yeah, definitely something. In terms of coping skills, I use acting in order to help with my anxiety and my loneliness. Feeling out of place. I feel like it gives me confidence. I feel like it makes me feel like I'm important as a person. Like I definitely can be recognized by people. Like it makes me not let people take advantage of me or take advantage of my kindness. It's just something I think, and it also helps me put myself in situations, or imagine those situations and see, okay, how can I have the best outlook in that situation, and what can I do to improve myself in that situation? How can I respond to it correctly? So much helpful, and to help me speak more eloquently in interviews or anything in life. It's very helpful for me to present myself in a certain way and also helps with your identity. I've always struggled being mixed race, because I don't really look what you'd expect to be for a black person or for a white person. So acting allowed me to explore those different identities through different plays. I remember doing a show called Just Like Now, where explored being a character of mixed race raised in the South. And it just like shows like how you feel like you have to be like pulled towards either one of those identities, and if you like choose one identity, then you're betraying the other, almost like that. So just those different things, and it allowed me to just like find out who I am. And I think why I do want to pursue medicine, I think theater is just important for me to develop those social skills and develop my abilities as a physician to know how to relate to people, especially. So yeah.
The interview questions, I swear.
Yeah. Acting's fun. You should try. It's fun. It's fun. Everyone does it all the time, honestly.
That is true, though.
You said what?
People do it all the time.
What, act?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You have to.
I act all the time. Hey, honey.
Hate your guts.
Hey,
You'll
know
never
what? Let
know.
me be super nice to these people so I can get what I want. Hey. I'm thinking like, oh, can't stand you.
Right.
Hey, I haven't seen you. Oh my gosh. I don't do that.
Yeah, you do. We all do it. I think it's natural. It's natural that we all do it. Because you're not gonna fit
like
in with everybody. So
right.
Sometimes you gotta
adapt to the environment.
Oh, of course. You're not gonna act the same way you do with your coworkers, the same way you're gonna do with your best friend. Like, or the same, unless you are depressed and you're a coworker. I mean, I don't know. But like, I know like I present myself like when I'm at a certain unfortunately, like especially for me, like I have to present myself professionally, you know, in some settings because, you know, they don't take people of color seriously, like, you know, at my school, so you have to like present yourself in a higher light or talk a certain way in order to earn that respect, just to kind of like manipulate or code switch while you're in an environment. And then another way I could be myself around my family, you know, especially with my mom. My mom's Jamaican, so you know, she can't use her accent in certain settings because they think, oh, you're like a foreigner or something like that,
right.
or like, oh, like
a third worlder.
Exactly, like, oh, you're lower class than me, you know, and that makes people not take her seriously. So you know, sometimes she has to choose when or where to use that accent, and that's unfortunate, but it's just basically how you navigate through the world and to get what you want, like you're saying. And it's acting had like unlocked that for me, but also gave me the confidence to not rely on the idea that I have to be what you want me to be, if that makes sense. Like, it helped me. I now know the identity that I want to present to people, and I now know how to be proud of that identity. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people can use acting skills in their life, just to develop that confidence and to, especially in addiction, to recognize, like, what can I do to develop more confidence in myself? What can I do to present myself in the best possible light that I can, and not feel like I have to rely on a substance to feel happy or to be cool or to be what people want me to be. Like, I can just use myself, and I can use myself and my abilities to be who I want to be. I don't know, it's great. Arts are great. I think they really need to like use more in school, not just focus more on the STEM part of things, you know? So they're just as important.
I think they're moving towards that because there's plenty of schools now that are like more artsy.
Yes.
And so,
of course. I forgot. There's one school I wanted to go so bad, but I couldn't. So they're like, nah, you're just gonna get that public school experience. So you're just gonna get that. No, we were on a low budget. We had like $10 that like for the theater. We had to like reuse like cardboard from like the garbage like we found to build our little sets and stuff like that. We did it though. We did it. Probably the most thing that combined actually acting with medicine was in high school. I would do these theater games with kids with special needs, and every Friday we would go and we would play like different interactive games to develop their social skills and confidence. Like there was this one game where it was called Find the Changer, whereas everyone got in a circle and did like hand motions or dance, and there was one person controlling the dance and another person to figure out who was controlling the dance. And you know, people were just dancing and having fun. And I know, it was super fun, and it's just like, and we combined it with people who had special needs and people who were just other students. So it's like you couldn't tell the difference. So honestly, and that just made everybody feel more comfortable in the situation. And I just think acting is more than just entertainment. Like you can really use like as medical properties. You can use it within therapy. Like it's just so cool.
They do have they do have a couple therapies actually.
Yes, yeah, honestly, and I'm still trying to like learn those and use that, and I think those will be an active use in whatever I do in my future in terms of medicine. So, yeah, you should act, do it, go see a play. I'm really excited. I can't see plays. We can't see plays right now.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
I was just gonna ask you if you guys are still doing plays.
Not really. I was kind of disappointed. I was gonna direct my first play this year, like my senior thesis type of thing. Had to get canceled, so it was cool. I was gonna direct Fences. I don't know if y'all. I was really excited to do that. I was gonna do Fences. I was gonna live my Denzel Washington, Viola Davis fantasy on the stage. Yes, but no, yeah, but I do know like they're doing a lot of trying to do some online things right now and do some like online shows. It was kind of.
That's not the same.
It was kind of.
It's kind of strange that they're not doing plays, but you can go back to the movie theater though.
Right.
True. I love movies. I love movies. Those are also really cool. I know I want to be a movie star. Ever since I was little, you know, I want to start.
I am.
Yes. I was gonna start off my career as a game show host, actually.
Oh.
that was actually the start of my career, and I would host a show like that's ridiculous, like Wipeout or something like that.
Yes.
Like I would just make people do the most ridiculous things for money, and
I like. What
love
is
it.
What's the one you have to try different things and?
Fear factor?
Yes,
That's something
I would
that-
want to do. I want to do that.
Like you don't need any like actual experience. You just need to be
Personable.
you just need to be fun and just talk about it and
Yeah.
be willing to watch people make fools of themselves. And I'm like, this is wonderful. That is my career. So that is what I think. My friend's about to be on a game show.
What game show?
I don't know. It's
So
one.
how you go?
It's Peyton Manning. I think it's Peyton Manning hosting it. I don't know. It's a new game show. It's coming out in a couple months. I don't know what it's called.
How did he get up there but you didn't?
I know. He didn't tell me about it. I'm
Oh,
like, where do
what
I
type of
audition?
friend is this?
That's what I thought.
Oh,
That's
that's
what
not
I
a friend.
thought.
No new friends.
He also is applying to medical school, but I'm like, what? He's like, what made you want to join a game show? He's like, I'm gonna do everything before I go to school.
Before he gets to medical
I
school.
wanna be on a game show. Yeah, I actually want to apply to Survivor. I was gonna apply to Survivor,
Survivors. Yeah.
or Big Brother. I feel like Big Brother's easier.
Is Big Brother still on though?
It is.
I haven't seen that in
Years.
I know, but I still want to be on something to pretend I'm famous, or something. I want to be on something.
But people get famous off those shows.
Or like The Price is Right. Always want to.
Be a TikTok star.
My life. Oh wow. Living it up in Greensboro, North Carolina. Wow, walking to class.
That's all they be doing.
No, I mean they just be doing the most basic stuff.
Honestly, for real. I don't know what my TikTok would be. What would your TikTok be, Nisha, if you had a TikTok? What would your page be?
PC.
Would you blog something about your daily life? What would you blog?
I don't know. I don't know.
Top 5 Red Bull flavors.
Only
She
drink
only likes one flavor.
I don't try nothing else. I
She
don't
only likes
try
one flavor.
nothing else.
Oh.
So
I'm scared to try other flavors.
Honestly, people film themselves just drinking Red Bulls and they're like,
or Starbucks.
2 million likes. Like,
Oh, well, I'm not going to be famous out here.
Be famous.
just do it. Just record yourself drinking Red Bull every day.
Yeah.
You know.
Red Bull number 1.
What would
You
your
might
Tik-
get 2 or 3. I can't tell you.
What's your TikTok? What would your TikTok You don't have a TikTok persona?
Not
what would-
one that I can talk about. Sorry. Street stuff.
I would record.
After hours.
I record pictures of dogs. I just put that. I found dogs. If I did TikTok, I would just do my dogs every day.
That would
Dogs.
you probably get a lot of
Well, people like animals. I'm
people
like,
love dogs.
dogs, okay.
I love watching dogs. That's all I follow on
So-
TikTok is funny dog and cat videos, and I can watch that all day. Or like surprising animal relationships. Like I saw a chicken and a puppy play with each other together, and I'm like, when do you see a chicken and a puppy play together? This is fantastic. Like,
And that's why you can't go to sleep right there watching the dog on
that is
TikTok.
why.
A chicken and a puppy. That's why you ain't sleeping. And doing his work.
Did you see the one with the? I think it was a crow helping a porcupine across the street.
Yes.
So cute.
Who does that?
The
That makes
foolishness.
no sense to me.
That's so cute.
I can't believe I'm sitting here with this, this conversation.
I saw a dolphin play with a gold retriever the other day. Like they were swimming.
Oh.
He was like, "Oh my god,
You want a dolphin now?
I want a dolphin." In my mind, I could take care of a dolphin in my
You could.
backyard. I could.
Good.
No.
Ace Ventura did it. Wasn't that a dolphin he took? Wasn't that a dolphin?
That's before his time.
You know what? I'm quitting. This is my resignation. I'm going to be an animal trainer. Thank you.
Like Free Willy.
I'm withdrawing all my applications right now.
Somebody gonna get in trouble. I think it's gonna be you.
Yes, that's acting. There you go. Segue.
He is not resigning. He's going to medical school. He is going. He is
No,
just
you've
playing.
convinced
No,
me. I need to be.
You did not. I did not
I'm
convince
like,
you of
why? I'm
nothing.
pursuing the wrong path. Like, I need to
No,
Yeah.
be a
Yeah.
game
I
show
did not
host slash-
convince him of nothing.
Slash animal trainer.
That's what I'm gonna do now.
Restoration is a journey. I did not convince him.
Follow me on TikTok at JerryBK11.
There you go. Yeah, we out here creating.
I bet not
stories
get
every day.
no phone calls.
On Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Nisha, what did you do?
Shout out Nisha.
Shout out to Nisha for changing
For-
my
For
life.
helping him
Don't do
find his
that.
dreams.
Changing my life.
Don't try to get me in trouble. No. Let me call these medical school.
Right.
Let me call these people who we need to talk to.
You want to go on break?
No, because we only got a few more minutes.
We'll go for it then.
Alrighty.
So, it is important to take care of your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Self-care
self-care,
works great for your mental health.
sleep, exercise, healthy diet, just living
Live your best life.
live your best life.
Right, be yourself.
Right, but not like to the extreme. Everything in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not be excessive. Then you might exacerbate your mental health. So just live your best life. Be happy. Do what makes you happy. And
What was your little quote last week?
I don't know. I think I took a picture of it actually.
You did not.
I think I did.
Because it was a good one. Like, we're going to end it like this.
Let me see.
But yes, mental health. If you suffering from mental health, please address it. Medication or everything else that Tiffany named. Counseling, exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Being
Exercise is
social.
like 10, 15 minutes.
Every day. You can do that.
Yeah. Or walk around the block. Even like it's cold outside, but still walking around the block is really
Getting that fresh air though.
Yes.
Boost your endorphins.
Yes, getting away from, and like the self-care is like actually getting away from everyone. And I know when we were talking about earlier about, you said when you get in bed, turn your phones off, but that right there relaxes me. Like, hey, you know what? But also what I used to tell patients in the morning time, whenever we wake up and the first thing you're doing is grabbing your phone, scrolling through social media, and you already starting your day off with negative stuff because you're reading negative. So what I incorporated in before, I've been doing this for a couple of years, is actually I start my day off. If I touch my phone, well, I look at the time and I hit that
That's news.
that's a couple of times. But I start mine off with a prayer every single day or whatever to set my day. Because if I don't, I can tell if I didn't pray, my life is messed up the whole day.
Or the daily devotional.
Daily devotionals is great, and incorporating that into your everyday life or whatever.
Positive affirmations.
That's good. Daily devotions, and then also a Bible verse. I got an app on my phone or whatever. I gotta get back to it. But it was like I read a scripture every day, and then I actually think about that scripture every day and how I can relate to it. So that helps me be the best Nisha.
Oh,
Yeah, like I'm really great, you guys.
you're actually amazing.
You're so awesome.
I know. Thank you guys. Thank you. You still going to medical school, right?
She's like, no, for real, right? You best be.
Yeah.
No, I am definitely. You know,
Okay.
I can be. You can be a doctor. Actually, there's this guy that was a doctor, and then he became a game show host.
Okay, you can do that, but I just need you to become that doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
be a comedian.
I can do both. I forgot his name. But he was cool.
okay, we don't care. I just need to make sure. I needed confirmation.
I will. No, yes, I definitely do want to be a doctor. I definitely have these dreams. I know it's not if it will happen; it's when will it happen.
Right.
I have that mentality. So, whether this is my time or later is my
Oh
time.
my gosh, you're
whatever it
killing
will
me.
be.
Just say you're just gonna be a doctor. Stop explaining.
I'm gonna be
He
a
said he's gonna be a doctor.
Okay,
I'm
but
gonna
he
be a
up here
Period.
explaining everything else, but this might not be my time. A game show host might be my time right
Talk
now.
about that off
but-
air.
I can talk about that all. I know. I've pictured it. Boom. But you know, I used to talk about doing it with my sister. It'd be like, Jared and Sapphire. Ta-da. I don't know.
So you gonna put her in there as well?
Well, you have to have like. It'd be funny because they're like, oh wow, brothers and sisters watching people make fool of themselves. Da-da, da-da. Boom. Opening
There you
sequence. But
Just not do that. We're gonna do that. I don't
Hey.
like it.
yes, I'm the best. But no, definitely like medicine is something that I know I'm meant to do, and I know that I love working with kids, and I'm very bubbly and excitable, and I can see myself wearing a bow tie every day and coming in and being able to smile and say, hello, how are you doing today?
Not a bow tie
Or
every
bow
day.
tie.
He already got his fashion already. He already knows.
You don't have to wear
There are
it.
a lot of different
You
colors.
don't wear a regular tie, that's boring. You have to
You
wear
have
it
to
for
wear a bow tie.
kids. You know,
And you
yeah.
gonna have nice socks on, right? Matching socks.
Oh, yes.
With different colors and stuff.
Oh, yes, oh, yes. And I want my hospital to be like really colorful.
Oh, you get a
and
whole
everything.
hospital.
Like a dream.
I'm dreaming. I want to do a St.
dang,
Jude's
you
type
on
of thing.
another level.
I want to do a St. Jude's type of vibes and like
I
have
got you.
colorful.
Can I
and
give you my
have different-
resume?
and have different art therapies and like kids
Mhm.
on like different wards to like pursue different things and just make it feel good and have my own like be able to do that and I can just see it and if I profess it like it's gonna happen in the future and I can just see it happening in the future and so
There you
that
go.
I can still pursue both my dreams in like one little thing. So
So we're gonna focus on this medical, right?
first, yeah, we gotta pass. First, we gotta pass this semester. Honestly,
You gonna
No,
pass
you're,
it?
it's
first
just
of
so
all,
school's so old. Like, it's
Oh
getting
my
old.
gosh, let's stop talking. now.
Jared.
Jared. Hey.
Saying so old, like you almost done, like.
But then he going to medical school. Like,
But you gonna have
I mean,
a
like-
whole break.
I know undergrad is also old. Like,
that's beneath you, huh?
it is beneath me actually. See all this, especially I'm just doing it through my bedroom while I'm eating like a whole cake. Like,
At least you run.
true.
So,
But do he really run?
I mean, clearly he runs.
It could be coffee.
That's actually how.
Virgin. It is education you want to know.
Thank you.
Well, I want to thank you, Jared, for coming.
Yes.
And you guys, he is going to medical school. It has been confirmed.
Next year. Just so we're clear.
Yeah. And then game show host after that. But first, medical school. So I can keep this job with Restoration is a Journey.
Oh.
You won't say Nisha changed my mind. So you guys, well, like I said, thank you, Jared, for coming. I wish you nothing but the best in life. Anything you need from me, just let me. I know you'll let me know. Just let me know. And I guess Tiffany.
You're a nasty looking word.
Because
I'm gonna save your life.
I did not like this show today
I'm trying to
because
save your life.
you have my feelings
You be alright.
a few times.
You be alright.
And Jared, I thought we were good. But no, I didn't like it. So we're gonna.
You just felt personally attacked
I really did. Like I was over here about to cry.
as you drink your Red Bull.
I'm going to get one as soon as I leave here, just because. Just like the patient said, "Oh, I did it because they made me mad." So when I hit up the corner
Now you
store,
understand.
yeah, when I hit up the corner store, it's because of you guys.
Yeah.
And if I get a big can today, it's because of you, especially you, Jared. Especially you.
Do they have giant jugs?
They have a bigger
They have a really
one.
big can.
I know.
Really big can?
Yeah.
Ooh, that must be a rough day to get that really big can. It's like a venti.
I'm
I
going
don't
out
think
with
it's
a
bigger
bang.
than that, actually. Yeah. I think it's 32 ounces, isn't it?
What?
I think
I don't
so.
think it's 30.
I think it is.
I'm going out with a bang if something happened to me. Just know that. Okay.
Well, you make sure you do it after 5 o'clock.
You at the
So.
shift. You good.
Nah.
Jared there with you. You're good.
Jared is going home. Jared's going to go sleep at Chick-fil-A till 11 o'clock.
No, I'm going to my next
So-
job.
Okay.
Look at him. Look at the doctor. Dr. Jared. All right, you guys. Go ahead, Tiffany.
No, you said no. You said I wasn't doing it.
We'll do
I
it.
would have pulled up. Let me pull up the website. I got it. Hold on. You keep
No,
going.
she don't.
You keep
She
going.
don't.
I got it. Relax.
Jared, any last statements? Anything you want to say before we end? Before we wrap this great quote unquote show up?
Yeah. Come to Restoration is Journey if you need some help. They're awesome. I love working there. It's really the highlight of my week when I get to go there and meet all these faces.
When he get to go there.
When I get to go there. But I'm not, in school for like ever, and getting to see these people and see them smile and see them improve, it really makes my day, and it really, really made me more determined to pursue my career and pursue this dream of mine. So please come. They want to help you. They're so awesome. Nisha and Tiffany are so awesome.
He didn't even know who Tiffany
Right,
was,
he
you
didn't
guys.
I know, but my meetings with Tiffany, I didn't know you were the mask. I had not, for the record, I had not seen Tiffany without a mask.
That is true.
Until today.
That is true.
And
You'll never know what's going on down here. So
now I will not forget Tiffany at this point.
and then tomorrow he'll be like, "Who are you again?"
Tiffany who?
Tiffany who? For the record, I didn't know who Nisha was for like months.
What are you talking about, Jared?
Damn son.
When did you know who I was? When you first started?
He said when he first.
When I
met
first
you.
started.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are still out here calling you Tisha.
Tisha. They spell
Tisha.
mine.
Tisha.
They just call me
I
whatever.
think she called you Latisha the other day, didn't
Letitia.
They just try to throw up any hood name. It's something with an Isha. I've been called Quisha, Keisha. Those my sisters. I'm like, but everyone's like, Tisha, no, I haven't told you my name, what my name is. It's Nisha. Nisha. They be doing Neeesha. Like,
you got to
They-
stretch it out.
I'm not gonna reply to you.
You know who they talking to.
I don't.
All right, I'm ready. It is hot in here.
So let's not complain.
So, we are located at 3. We have 3 locations.
Oh my gosh.
1415 Freeway Drive in Reedsville, 210 East Lexington Avenue in High Point, and 255 Riverside Drive in Bassett, Virginia. The phone number for the North Carolina offices are 336.
Hold on, pause.
Right.
I need you to redo this because
Oh,
you're not
no.
even. You have to like you just give me
Who doing
addresses.
this? Who doing this? Me or you? I'm doing
What
it.
are you giving me addresses for? What are we doing here?
Oh.
So why are you giving me
They already
addresses?
know who you
They don't know. It's
So,
somebody new in this radio land.
Restoration is a Journey is a substance abuse treatment office specializing in substance abuse treatment of all addictions. That's good for you?
Go ahead.
Okay. So the North
You
Carolina
would
phone
not
number
do it no more.
is, I didn't ask to do it in the first place. So the North Carolina phone number is 336-280-0595. And the Virginia number is 276-296-0030. Give us a call.
We still have first 30 days of free treatment and stuff. You didn't go over what insurance.
Go for it.
First 30 days of
Yes,
free
sir.
treatment?
Yes, you know the commercial. What's the commercial, Jared? You remember?
I remember
You know,
how
shout out.
I sound. That's all I did. That's all I remember.
He
My
done
friends
said
heard
it,
it. No,
ready?
that's you.
Go ahead,
Why you
Jared.
sound like that?
You're not gonna give us the commercial?
No, I don't remember. All I remember was like restoration is the shirt. No. Come on out. First 30 days of free. Did you say first 30 days of free treatment?
Yes.
What? You should.
Yes.
Why
First
would you know
30
about
days
that?
free. Free 99. Nothing. You just pay for your medication.
Well, then you need to come on down right now.
Right
then.
now, Jared.
Right
No. What? You have no excuse not to call.
Not at all.
Come on.
You just gotta come. Take the first step. Let go, let God.
Won't he do it?
All the
He
time.
just did it for you this first free 30 days. Look at her.
Mm.
So we'll end. What's the quote that you was giving
Oh.
on? She was so unprepared.
I don't forgot. I don't moved on.
Poor little TT. You done messed up the dog.
Okay. Many people fail to succeed in their recovery goals because they fail to see the importance of true benefits of their recovery resolutions. Keep these goals and benefits in mind and always remember them when you feel like quitting.
It didn't sound as good as the last
No,
one.
it didn't. I feel like this is,
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like this is not even the
I just like
right one. Maybe you thought it was something else.
It was something
Definitely
else.
pertaining to resolutions last show, not this one.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
No, this was not.
Can you
No.
Jared, I need to say something positive so we end it.
Oh, positive?
Yeah.
What kind of positive? What?
Trust the process.
Trust the process. That's it. Is have trust. Trust in your process. Everything eventually works out. No
You need to be saying that to
stress.
yourself.
I am saying it to myself.
Oh, okay.
This is Jared to Jared. Everything. Trust the process. Everything will work out. Everything is meant for a reason. You are meant to exist. you are meant to be here wherever you are, and you are highly blessed, highly favored, deeply loved. Yeah. Remind that. I say it to myself every day in the mirror. Like, just look in the mirror, or I write a positive affirmation about myself, and just look at that and be like, wow.
Oh, you cocky.
I'm just like, ooh,
You gotta be
yeah,
cocky.
look at that.
Somebody gotta
Ooh,
be
you gotta be cocky. But no, really, you really got to. You gotta look at yourself and be like, I am amazing, and I'm so happy with who I am. So, or who I will be.
Who you are and who you will be.
Yes.
Well, I know I'm amazing.
I am awesome.
It's not about you. All right, you guys, we're gonna end this.
And then you gonna overtalk me.
We're gonna end it. Happy Tuesday. Enjoy your week. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.